So, a 29-year-old man went in to take the written portion of his driver's test. They didn't let him take it.
Why not?
Because they didn't think he looked like his picture ID. So they were like, how do we know it's you?
Aren't they the ones that administer the picture ID?
I know, right?
Well, he has an actual identification card. So it's not his driver's license. It's his ID card. But basically, they wouldn't let him take his driver's license because he didn't look like his ID.
Was it a fake ID?
No, it was real ID. Oh. He just didn't look like the picture on it.
Oh, he got burnt? What is that? Are those burn scars?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, who's the fucking idiot that couldn't tie the two together and be like, well, duh.
It was a real idiot. So he goes, he tries to tell the guy, look, man, like I went through a horrible disfigurement.
I'm a burn victim.
And the guy was like, well, why didn't you take a new photo?
Why didn't you take a photo while you're burning, huh?
And he says, I didn't think I was ready yet to be photographed like this.
Yeah, my whole identity is flipped upside down, you crazy fuck.
Like, not my problem.
Which DMV is this?
The fucking Pico Rivera one.
It's not Las Vegas, because I went to the DMV out there. They're fucking cool, man.
It's not even in America.
You see, they serve hot dogs and pizza at that one too.
It's in the UK. So this guy went through a horrible accident where he was collecting scrap metal at like an abandoned factory. And he thought because it was abandoned, they were going to tear it down soon. He didn't think any of the wiring was live. And then he grabbed a copper bar, sent 11,000 volts through his body, turned him into a human fireball.
Oh my god.
And yeah, this guy was lucky to be alive. He basically died momentarily, and then was then came back to life in a way.
Holy shit.
Only to go to the British DMV to say, you don't look nothing like a picture.
I know, it's super sad. And here's his photo before. So that was him.
Yeah, well, I mean...
And it also looks like he's in...
I was like, oh shit, he does look different.
Really? I actually thought he looks like the facial structure, like the eyebrows and the cheeks. It looks kind of similar.
It looks like from a different time.
I think most people can't tell the hair.
The crazy thing is that there's many crazy things. First thing is the conversation between him and that guy. It's fucking heinous. But also, he's been there twice before to take the test. He didn't pass the other 2 times. That's why he's there for the 3rd time. But the first 2 times, he didn't get any problems. The person who was administering it was like, okay, cool. This 3rd time is when finally some guy came out with just a huge fucking lightning rod up his ass and just was telling him he can't do it. But yeah, that's what the guy was saying. The conversation sucks. Let me tell you a little bit about what they were saying. He said, so when he's trying to reason with the guy, he's like, yeah, I wasn't ready to change my ID yet. I'm still coming to terms with my new appearance, and it's pretty awkward for me. And then he said like he also wears a hat all the time to hide his basically his like exposed like
skull or something.
Yeah, like and it's so crazy, right? And they're telling him to like take his hat off, and he's like, I sleep with this on, like I don't take it off. And they just keep, and he's asking him like, why are you being so hard on me and everything? And the guy's just like, it's not my problem. You won't be doing your test then.
Whoa.
And he just had no sympathy. And he said,
what was the point? Like, did they think that after he takes off his hat, they're gonna be like, okay, yeah, you weren't fucking around.
I see.
But it's like, because he has his hat on, he's like, you know what? Yeah, you're being difficult. This is not you.
Even some people could be drunk with power that work at the DMV.
dude, that is like to a level I didn't even know existed.
I mean, what did they think this guy was hiding who his true identity was? Because if you're really concerned about that, there's other ways to figure it out. Do you have other forms of ID?
Yeah.
You know, like.
Or like, was this guy in the news?
Well, he even showed him.
Does this guy look like a burn victim?
He showed him other photos of himself, not like pre-accident and post-accident. He was just trying to show as much as he could, and the guy was like,
not my problem.
Not my problem. Yeah. Just a total fucking ass.
See, this is why Karens are sometimes awesome. Because when you have a Karen on your side and they're fucking throwing it down at the fucking whatever you're at, customer service, fucking you're at Target, Walmart, whatever, they're there to the rescue. And then they start solving not only their own problems, but everybody's problems in the line.
Hey, that's a good take.
That happened to me at a Starbucks. I was at a Starbucks at downtown, and then I forgot what happened, but the line started getting longer and longer, and there was maybe like 12 people in the line. And then the Karen in front of me, she was like, "Can you believe this shit? Can you believe this shit?" And then for me, I'm just gonna wait for whatever's to clear up, right? She goes, mm-mm. She goes to the front, whatever the fuck she says, unclog the Starbucks toilet, and all of a sudden, everyone just starts going forward, and boom, 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 boom. She fucking saved the day.
Really?
What did she do?
I don't even remember.
Did she do the manager thing, or that didn't even need to get there?
No, she even asked the man. I think she just went up there and she cleared up whatever the fuck was happening.
Maybe she said, "There's a huge line. You need to start another register right now."
I know, but it just started going. It just started going really fast. I'm like, damn, she saved the day, man. That's awesome.
That's why I hate like going like city stuff, because you can't complain to anyone.
Yeah.
Like that's the person you're supposed to they have too much power.
Like, I am the governor.
I know, and I'm like,
Right, yeah.
it's like, look, I just need one thing. I just need to change my address. That's all. He goes, fill this paper out, 3 forms of ID, and then go back to the fucking end of the line. It's like, come on, man. I just need to change the address, man. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But when you're in Las Vegas, though, man, they're nice. The workers there, so different from LA, bro.
How did they do that? How did they achieve a nice DMV?
I think this one's custom.
Yeah.
Dude, I went in and then they're like, oh, this one's wrong, dude. You gotta go back. You know, I'm gonna save you some time. Just fill out this form and then we'll just get this knocked out today. You don't have to wait in line. Come back and see me afterwards. I'm like, what?
And you know what's crazy? That the Vegas DMV is actually more overpopulated than the ones here because of everyone moving there. So they're actually slammed. So before I thought the overpopulation thing and like the underserved thing was like a legit excuse. But when you go to the DMVs there and people are like camping out since midnight to get in at 7 or whatever, you're like, wait, this is way more overpacked. But like, yeah, like Joe said, I went to, I just helped my dad get like his plates and stuff. And then when I was there, the lady saw like my driver's license. She's like, you're a veteran? She was like, I'm a veteran too. She's like, you know, that you could, if you go, and she wrote down this address, like all this extra stuff that people don't usually they only answer what you ask for, right? Yeah. She wrote down all these things. She goes, if you go here to like whatever assessor's office, she goes, you get this done, you never have to pay registration in the state of Nevada ever again.
For being a veteran?
Yeah, and that's like what, like $400-$500 every year?
Whoa, dude.
And then I was like, oh, okay. And then she was just, it was just so nice. Like she was telling me all these extra things that usually they don't like, they're not trying to make your life better. It's just whatever you want, they do it, you know? But then it was like,
they're trying to make your life worse here in Southern California when you go to DMV, dude.
Yeah.
They're like, did you sign this form? Nope. All right. Make another appointment 1 month from now and come back.
yeah.
That's exactly what I literally just went to DMV. I think like 2 weeks ago because my driver's license expired because it was my birthday, right? So
Happy
I go
birthday.
there. Thank you. I go there, but when I got that license that wasn't expired, I was living at a different address. LA style, I've actually been to 3 different addresses since my license expired. So when I go there, I'm like, hey, I tried to renew my driver's license online, but it didn't let me change my address. So I'm here to change that. But but it did let me pay for registering a new driver's license, and it said it mailed it. And I was like, wait a minute, you don't let me change my address, but you mailed it?
To the wrong address?
So I had to go to the DMV, and I was like, hey, I think you mailed to the wrong address, but I need to change my address and I need a new license. They're like, well, it's processing. It hasn't been sent yet. It's gonna go to your new address. Because it's processing, I can't do anything. You gotta come back in 1 month when it's already processed, and then from there, you can change your address, and then we'll file you a new one. Oh. So here's a piece of paper for the next 2 months to drive.
And you imagine, like, you have a regular job, right? Like a 9 to 5, and you already had to take that day off, and who knows how long you had to wait to take that day off, and your boss finally approves you. Oh, okay, cool. Next Thursday. And then when you go, they go, this Thursday doesn't work. You kind of wasted a whole fucking Thursday. You got to come back another Thursday.
You would think this can all move digitally, like completely.
Why do we still have paper?
Why are we? Yeah, why are we doing this?
I think it's what, you know, like the term Kafkaesque. Have you ever heard that term?
Which one?
Kafkaesque. It's a term that where basically it means that a certain thing exists only for the purpose of it existing. So it is operating.
There's a lot of redundancy in government.
It's operating a specific way just to do it that way. Like there's no other reason, doesn't help anything. It's only keeping itself alive. So if you find a reason that, you know, it should be obsolete and you're like, hey, we could do it this way, it's gonna go, no, we're gonna keep it like this.
We can
because
evolve
if we
here.
do that, then all these people lose their jobs and we don't want to lose our jobs.
Right. Well, AI is coming, so.
Right.
You sign up for a crypto account, you're straight up, like, on your computer at home, fucking scan your face, right? ID, passport, verification, like all that stuff. I'm like, dude, you could do from your home now.
Yeah, I could do online banking, and that's pretty. Online banking is pretty secured.
I thought you said online baking. I was like, how do you do that?
But like, if they're okay with it, why can't the DMV be okay with it?
I think it's like, you know when you have like a bad manager and the manager is always trying to make up reasons why they're a good manager, but they're still a bad manager, and they just keep going, I saved you from this, I handled it before you even saw there was a problem. And it's like, oh, that's great. It also looks like nothing happened. Yeah. You know, it's that type of shit where like it's
there would
self-justifying.
still need to be people to digitally process the information that's coming through on the other end. So it's not like you're completely.
But a lot of that
dismissing
information,
jobs.
a lot of that information never needs to be looked at until there's some reason to do that.
To look at it.
Like if it just exists as data, it could just
It could
solely
be
exist
the
as data.
algorithm.
Right.
Right.
Or even one huge change, like let's say, okay, you got to keep it the KFS, whatever, right? I think even a one dope change would even just be the change in attitude.
Dude, yeah.
So instead of like going,
A mean
yeah,
DMV
hey, can you help
person,
me
I
with this?
know.
And she's like, you know, like it's like, oh yeah, what can I help you with? Because even going to like AAA in the DMV, it's way different.
It's so different.
But I will say though, imagine if all of us had to work at the DMV for just 1 week. Would we be fucking over humanity? You know what I mean?
It sucks because it's like the customer experience is pissed. Everyone's pissed by the time they see you, right? So every single person you see is fucking mean. So you want to be mean back to them, and you won't lose your job because it's not a for-profit company. So efficiency isn't what they're there to do. They're just there to fucking do the same task over and over and over and over. And I think that's where like jobs like this, it doesn't encourage a more efficient, better system.
There's no incentive.
Yeah, no.
There's no incentive. You don't get paid more to do it. All the way up the chain, you don't get more money for processing more.
It's exactly what I feel like happened between taxis and Ubers. Is back when like the taxi people were protesting and saying, no, fuck, no Uber, taxis. And it's like you thought back to all the times that taxis had no repercussion for screwing you over, for talking to you like shit, for treating you badly, for refusing to take you somewhere. There's no.
Or for fucking driving anywhere because you couldn't follow it on your map yourself.
There's no penalty whatsoever, and it would piss you off.
And you walk into a taxi, there's like vomit and smells like shit, and then you can't even leave a bad review.
You can't do anything about it. So that's where you're like, you know what? Nah,
You know what?
Ubers are cool.
Innovation.
Yeah.
And other countries are all digital. Like, why can't we, like, our system's so old?
I think it's the same thing, because let's say they started implementing a new system. Let's say fucking Elon Musk made it and goes, hey, there it is.
He made a DMV.
Just click go and it's ready to go. And then DMVs all started like protesting. Would you have empathy for that?
Nope. Because you were me.
Because you're basing it on a personal experience of like, dude, I remember being shitted on at the DMV, so no, I'm not gonna support this shit.
But I will support the Las Vegas DMV because they're nice.
They honestly, they are.
Yeah, and they have a cafe, but not slot machines.
What a bummer.
I'm so surprised they don't have slot machines.